call this meeting to order of the Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors for June 14th, 2022. Roll call, Mr. Buter.
Leyland,
Here.
Little,
Here.
Schwartz,
Here.
Trelka,
Here.
White.
Here, have a moment of silence to reflect on our actions of the day. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have the agenda received as proposed or as amended?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Public comments? Don't see anybody out there that won't be making any comments right now. Anybody online? Public comments? Hearing none, moving on to claims and payments. Mr. Perry.
This week's expenditures total $1,038,520.85, of which $70,361 is maintenance, $783,468 is secondary roads, IT with $14,211, and finally Sheriff's Department $18,924. Everything looked normal.
Thank you, James.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, this is the resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
White.
Yes. Resolution adopted. Next is a presentation for community services applicants. We have the Northeast Iowa Food Bank here this morning. Good morning, Barb.
Morning.
Good morning. I'm Barb Prather. I'm the Executive Director of the Northeast Iowa Food Bank, and I thank you for this opportunity to once again come before the Board of Supervisors to raise awareness to the issue of hunger and food insecurity in our community, but also request funds in the amount of $50,000 to help us next fiscal year provide pantry services to Blackhawk County. Our mission is to provide food and grocery products to nonprofit organizations and individuals in Northeast Iowa while offering hunger education to the community and those in need. In Blackhawk County, there's over 14,000 people who are food insecure, of which almost 5,000 of them are children. On average, the Cedar Valley Food Pantry serves between 3,000 and 5,000 households every month to people who are food insecure. What I will say about the last 3 years is it's been a roller coaster. 2 years ago, we were fighting the pandemic, and a lot of people who had lost their job had never needed pantry services before, and we were able to partner with many community organizations, including the county, to ensure that they had access to food. This last year, for the good, because of government supports, additional funding for SNAP, which is food stamps, the waiver that was in place for school lunch and school breakfast, that need went down, which was absolutely fabulous. However, in the last few months, since the disaster proclamation went away and additional SNAP benefits went away, our numbers that we're seeing throughout our system are increasing. At the same time, we're seeing a perfect storm with supply chain, with additional food costs, increased fuel prices, and the like. And so what we have to do is continue to be innovative to ensure that we can provide people in Blackhawk County and beyond with food through the food bank. And so we're trying to do that. But just to give you a little perspective of what we're battling, through all their programs, a lot of what we handle is donated product, but we do purchase some for specifically our backpack program, but other programs as well. Last year we spent $1 million on food purchase. This year, just to get that same amount of food, we're projecting to spend $1.25 million. So even to help with the increase would be another would be up to $1.5 million, which if we're gonna push and continue to grow and provide the need that's expected with food, we're gonna have to raise more money to do that. You know, I wish I could tell you it's getting better, but we're all feeling the effects of it. People who've never needed our services before are coming through our doors. we're a safety net. We're here to help. We're here to partner with the community to ensure programs, not only here locally, but throughout, have access to food. But we can't do it without community support. And Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors has been a traditional piece of that support, which we're grateful for, and we hope to continue that partnership. We partner with a lot of different people in the community, from the county to the health department to Together for Youth, to the Salvation Army, St. Vincent de Paul, all of them. But your money will help us continue to provide food and grocery products through the Cedar Valley Food Pantry. With that, I could talk forever about the food bank and what we do, but I will open it up to questions that you have about our application and other things that we're seeing.
Barb, this is a question just comes to mind after you mentioned you do the accept donations, but you also have to do the purchase, and you're thinking that's going to go up to the 1.2 million. Do you also think that possibly there could be less food donated?
We're seeing declines. I mean, over our history, when food banks started, we relied on manufacturing shelf-stable food. And as manufacturers streamline their processes, there's less food available. Every time we tap into a new category, we have to look for a new category to be more innovative with, which is why, we have a partnership with Hanson's Dairy. And so we're now getting dairy milk into the food bank. But looking for innovative things, we're now partnering with farmers. We're paying for the inputs and then paying them a backside fee to get fresh fruits and vegetables. I used to spend $8,000 in transportation costs to bring half a truckload of watermelon from Texas. Now we're growing our watermelons or having farmers growing. So we're being more innovative to try and stretch those dollars, and we're always looking ahead. My food resource team, my whole team does a fantastic job of efficiencies, but we're always looking for the next thing, because when you rely on donations, that company wants to get more efficient and better, so we have to continue to find those innovations.
And I assume that's a hard one to gauge, too. You'll
It
just
is,
look
very.
at it when you get it.
That's the beauty of the Feeding America Network, is you can learn and grow from things that are happening throughout the network, and you can hopefully adapt them locally.
What's the dollar by now, Barb?
It's a rolling 3-year average, and we're just finishing up our fiscal year, so the new number won't come out till December. Right now, it's still $1 for 4 meals, but I anticipate with increased costs, that's going to go down.
Thank you.
We'd like to be more efficient, but it's just the reality of the costs that we're and everybody is facing.
And you do quite a few internal events.
Yes,
In
we do.
addition to your requests, so you're
Yes.
doing a lot of those
Yep.
as well to try to leverage.
Yep.
Any questions from Tom or Chris?
Nope, I just appreciate everything that you're doing, Barb, and you and all your staff.
Thank you, Chris.
Has half done and continue to do, so thank you.
Thanks, Barb.
Yeah, well, thank you to all of you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Moving on to receive project updates from department heads and elected officials. Good morning.
Morning, Board. Ryan Brennan, Assistant County Engineer. Crews are out grading this week. They continue to spread mile rock. We are continuing our first round of mowing for all of our paved roads and starting the mowing for any of the gravel roads. Projects obviously are continuing. They have started back up on Grundy Road, starting to haul more rock down on Grundy Road in preparation for paving this year. So that's exciting to see that get going again. Not much other than that. Our bridge crew is starting their first bridge of the year as well out on Washburn Road.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yep. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to acknowledge the cooperation of the engineers department. When we had the primary election last week, we had a polling place along the Grundy Road there that was going to be affected by the construction, and they were able to hold off construction for a week so that the people voting there wouldn't be affected.
Thank you. Morning, Mike.
Morning, Board. Mike Hendrickson, Director, Blackhawk County Conservation. I have 2 issues I just need to make the Board aware of. Last week, I'm sure you're all aware that the Hickory Hills septic system, which is an ARPA project, we were pushing that forward because we had bids due last Tuesday. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for the cooperation that we had, from James to everybody, to help us move that thing through. Unfortunately, upon opening the bids were extremely over what we had asked for, to the tune of the lowest bid was about $220,000 over what we were given as far as a number from the engineer. The reasoning we did have 4 contractors there. The reasoning is materials, and from the vault to the PVC piping and all those things. It's not available, and what is available is they're so thin on it that they're charging an extremely large amount of money. So Thursday, our conservation board did reject all those bids. We will go back out in about 3 months, working with Snyder and Associates, our engineer. That's what they think we need to do. Contractors felt like that was probably a good time frame. Hopefully things will be better. In the meantime, we will probably come back to you. You had a resolution, a not to exceed $525,000. We did that back in October with phase 1. This was one of our phase 1 projects. We will probably come back to be on the safe side and ask to raise that up before we go out for bid the next time, just in case this situation arises again. We hope it will be better. In the meantime, though, this is the first project that we've given to Baker Tilly, the consultant, so this is a good thing. Now we have time, and we let them know this is not a huge rush anymore. So far, they've been really great to work with. They're asking the right questions. We filled out their form. We got it back to them, and so we're bouncing emails back and forth, and it's working really well. So we would hope in 3 months we'll have that all approved by them, which will be great. And we will hopefully have paved the way for some other projects. But so far they've been really good. They ask all the right questions, and that process is going well. So that's being taken care of. So maybe this was all for the right reasons anyway. But we'll keep you updated on how that proceeds. The only other issue I have to bring to your attention, we had a pickup truck in FY in 22 budget. Conservation Board accepted or approved a bid in September of 2021. We ordered the truck in September. We were notified last week that by the winning bidder that they had just started to build fleet trucks again. This was like a week and a half ago. It doesn't look like there's any hope that we're going to get that truck in this fiscal year. We've talked with James about it. He wanted us to make you aware of it. So when that truck comes, and I'm sure it will be after July the 1st, we'll have to do a budget amendment, I'm assuming, or deal with it when it comes in. But I wanted to make you aware we're not going to be able to get that purchase done before the end of this fiscal year. So.
Thank you, Michael.
Yep.
Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll move on to minutes approved for June 7th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Next is consent agenda by resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on any of the items? Hearing none, this is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is other business. This is a motion to direct the county auditor to advertise for a public hearing to be held at 9:05 a.m. on Tuesday, June 28, 2022 in boardroom 201 of the Blackhawk County Courthouse. Proposed ordinance number 77-265 for a request submitted by AUR Iowa Farm LLC at 8226 West Griffith Road to rezone .96 acres from A agricultural district to commercial manufacturing district in order to construct a data center.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Next is a motion to direct the county auditor to advertise for a public hearing to be held at 9:07 on Tuesday, June 28, 2022 in boardroom 201 of the Blackhawk County Courthouse. Proposed ordinance number 77-266 from a request submitted by Josh and Hannah Mixdorf at 4844 Schenck Road to to rezone 1.5 acres from A agricultural to AR agricultural
So moved.
residential district.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. Next, the resolution that the tax sale certificate assignment for one vacant lot parcel located in Waterloo, Iowa pursuant to 44-6-31 of the Code of Iowa be approved, and said certificate of purchase of tax sale be assigned to Matthew and Robin Watson as recommended by Rita Schmidt, County Treasurer. All delinquent taxes for said parcel of $489 will be paid upon approval.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Rita?
It's just a parcel of land behind theirs. It's landlocked, so it would be appropriate to approve.
Any questions for Rita? Hearing none, this resolution, please answer as your name is called.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is a resolution that the taxes due and payable of the submitted persons as indicated, including special assessments and rates or charges, including interest, fees, and costs in accordance with the provision of 427.9 of the Code of Iowa, be suspended, and that future property taxes on property owned by the persons will be suspended for such time as the person remains the owner of the parcels. And during the period, the person receives assistance as described in 427.9 of the Code of Iowa.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item?
I believe this is the list that was provided by DHS.
For DHS, yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, I thought that wasn't mentioned in the item, so thank you.
Hearing none, this is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Trelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Next is the canvass, the resolution to certify the outcome of the votes cast in the primary election held Tuesday, June 7th, 2022, in accordance with 43.49 the Code of Iowa.
So moved.
Second.
You don't need a motion yet until you're ready to certify. I suppose you were trying to get
You've
out
got
of
it.
certifying it.
No.
So,
We'll say here.
I'm guessing that Rita went to get Karen.
Karen was
Oh.
listening.
Okay. Yeah, she'll be right
There she is.
I'm ready for you.
You're late.
in. Yep. You have 3 books?
Yep.
Okay. So,
Well, it was a very small election for that much
are
paper.
you folks willing and able to assist?
I am willing and able to
Okay,
assist.
so you want to go sit up with one of the supervisors?
That means I have to be on camera.
And they're all used to
No,
doing
they
it, so
usually take us off.
they will help you along.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of precincts.
I'm open for that. I know exactly what you mean.
I'll sit with Mr. White here.
We'll see.
All right, Grant, you and me, huh?
Okay. This is,
So just as a reminder, this might be your first one.
Mark the time here.
So what this is,
I gave it the easy one intentionally.
these are the reports that we upload at the end of the night on election day, so we are matching what we upload to what the machines do at the precinct. So Linda will probably bring off the tape and then just go down and we're just making sure that all these numbers are matched.
Which one?
Okay. I always forget what to do.
So when she starts, she's
I'm gonna go with one in the
the precincts and the Democrats.
You usually get it, the first number is there, so.
Ward 3, Precinct 1, yes.
Every precinct will have like this. Yep.
17, yes. Okay. I don't really say the names, we just kind of go through the numbers. Okay. 17,
All right,
1, 0,
starting with U.S. Senate,
0,
67,
44,
83,
1,
5,
30,
0,
7, 0,
146, 0, 140, 1, 125,
See right here, it's 46, okay, that's it. That looks really hard to read, but that doesn't work.
We always take it out of the envelope.
50, 0, 43, 0, 50, 0, 42.
Yep, this is it.
35, 0, 42, 44, 0, 42, 1, 23,
7 write-ins for treasurer.
105, 0, 107,
143, 0.
64, 35, 101, 0,
124,
97,
96,
My mind, this is a lot. 89, 87, 89. Okay. I don't have my glasses on, so okay. 87, 0, 0, 95, 0, 0, 10.
For county recorder writing.
7
Oh,
write-ins,
this one?
7.
Oh, yeah, okay, thanks very much for catching that. Oh. Here, any of these have gotten worse than my eyes have, because like I said, without my glasses on.
And I'll get them to get this in.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Now I go to the next.
No, Monday, I was gonna say usually, I just have to say, that's 194, they were cast.
You just keep reading numbers, I won't say stop unless I see a mistake.
That's just the total, gonna be our total. Big Creek report.
Got it. I'll say nothing unless something is.
Okay, all right.
And then I'll go,
Yeah, yeah. Eights and zeros and sixes, you know. I'll do one. 31, 46, 2, 0, 76, 0,
Been doing this long.
0, 42, 24, 0, 74, 0, 73, 0, 72, 0,
Three write-ins for
0,
treasurer.
73, 0, 44, 0, 0, 5.
39, 0,
county treasurer fund.
Oh, 0, was there 0, 0, and then 5?
35, 0, 37, 0.
I don't know why it would matter. Okay,
so
5, 70, 0, 70, 0, 28, 85, 0, 106, 0, 110, 0, 99, 0, 51, 45, 0, 96, 0, 101, 0, 95, 0, 37, 61, 0, 61, 86, 0,
Must see TV.
1.
Okay.
I'll let you know if I have a agreement. If I get a question, I'll raise my hand.
It's in a little coat. Yeah, Black Hawk Lincoln Seattle, yep.
Okay. Fire away.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say. And, yeah, but you know, this is what how it is.
Cross-reference.
Yeah.
Making sure that nothing.
No one has, yeah, but old Paul Page was here, actually, see a lot of it already. I know, I thought that was probably good for us and the elections, the process in general. Everything number 7, 23, 0, 28. Okay, well, I was gonna ask you to tell me, yeah, but I see it there. 28, 0, 26, 0, 28, 0, 28, 0, 28, 0, 28, 0, 27, 0, 1, 19, 18, 14, 0, 0, 27, 0, 27, 0.
Check.
18, 70, 0,
This is Evans.
82, 0, 85, 0, 82, 0,
54,
73, 0, 80, 0, 76,
Fire away.
78, 0, 65, 15, 0, 43, 65, 1, 0, 76, 0, 2, 1.
Yeah. 0, great.
Yay. See your pointer, yep. Somehow with such a low turnout, I expected a little less paper. Yeah, I know. They just disappoint you when you have to look at the pages. Everything over 50. 49, 2, 0, 98, 0, 98, 0, 68, 25, 0, 89, 0, 90, 0, 94, 0, 93, 0, 59, 0,
I know, when that's all they have left, I'm like,
yes, thank you. 90, 0, 89, 0, 21, 77, 91, 1, 84, 2, 35, 80,
5, 8, 3, 2, 4, 5, 0, 0.
34, 48, 1, 57, 69, 0, 1, 79, 2, 34.
59, 30, 190, 50, 52.
Cedar Falls, 1, 1.
Three write-ins.
Ward 1,
Three write-ins.
someday they need to do this bigger, or tell me, I should have remembered to bring glasses, that's my fault. Yeah.
Send you an email reminder that that's Candace Day.
And then I'll either hand it to the other person. Yeah, I remembered it was, I just should have remembered I didn't do it.
37,
I was thinking of
55,
24, 57, 4, 0, 77, 0, 80, 1, 49, 20, 0, 74, 1, 75, 1, 75, 1, 77, 1, 78, 0, 50, 36, 44, 0, 0, 75, 1, 74, 1, 21, 72, 0, 1, 92, 1, 79, 0, 45, 24, 0, 74, 0, 73, 0, 72, 0, 3, 47, 59, 0, 0, 71, 0, 4, 3.
25, 31,
One, two, and 3. Yep, yeah, see that's added. Hey.
How are you? What about you, Maddie?
64, 60, 3, 0, 190.
Was it?
153, 205, 25, 0, 262, 0, 205, 104, 1, 344, 0, 241, 0, 44, 0,
Right, right.
137, 0, 16, 342, 0, 342, 151,
I don't know how, I was gonna say, I don't know how you know.
145, 2, 147, 2, 145, 2, 109, 132, 2, 1.
I don't know how you do it.
Oh, that's because the total is 2 and 1.
Okay. You are very, you know, Susan's our development engineer.
Nice to meet you.
Karen used to do it.
Cedar Falls 2, 2.
2510, 400, 400, 390, 420.
There's always some. Okay, so sounds good. That'd be great. 39.
56, 2, 0, 90, 0, 80, 1, 88, 1, 52, 20, 0, 86, 0, 87, 0, 84, 0, 89, 0, 81, 1, 61, 40, 33, 0, 0, 8, you're at 8, and then 8, 79, 0, 83, 0, 11, 70, 0, 79, 0, 81, 0, 72, 0, 46,
You know if you could handle two of these.
67, 0, 69, 0, 64, 0, 28, 40, 0, 46, 64, 1, 3, 2.
4, 7, 1, 100,
I think 2, 3.
6, 3, 2, 4, 1,
Oh,
6,
okay.
0, 9,
Well, 4, 2, 3. Yeah, it is. Sorry, she said water. I just looked at it. Okay. Sure.
94, 32, 23,
23, 44, 2, 1,
5, 88, 0,
0, 39, 20, 0, 67, 0,
15, 0, 22, 0,
0, 0, 0, 63, 0, 24, 33, 0, 0, 1,
write-ins, 2 write-ins,
64, 0,
15, 17, 0,
14, 69,
10,
0, 77, 0, 81, 0, 79, 0, 19, 48, 74, 0, 75, 0, 74, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 35, 34, 1, 49, 66, 0, 0, 72, 1, 75.
17, 23, 0, 38, 0, 36, 1, 2, 0, 36,
3, 1, 36, 0, 33, 0, 48, no, of course, 48,
23,
93, 2, 0, 139, 0, 136, 0, 86, 39, 139, 0, 136, 0, 136, 0, 136, 0, 139, 0, 101, 81, 50, 0,
20, 0, 1 write-in, 1 write-in.
134, 0, 134, 0, 12, 119, 1, 119, 1, 125, 1, 115, 0, 48, 8, 49, 0, 106, 1, 109, 0, 101, 0,
22, 39, 0,
58,
5,
0,
3, 1,
96, 0,
4,
5,
5, 8, 1, 5, 3, 0, 5, 2, 0, 5, 1, 0, 5, 9, 0, 5, 3, 0, 4, 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 0, 1 write-in, 5, 1, 0, 4, 9, 2.
Thank you for folding this back up, or you'd probably have them all crumpled and everything else.
Check.
38, 81, 4, 111, 0, 112,
It's the teddy bear.
69, 25, 0, 106, 0, 108, 0, 103, 0, 111, 0, 108, 0,
Somebody's almost had to stay all day.
0, 3, 98, 0, 46, 0, 31, 127,
All right.
148, 3, 150, 60, 148, 0, 90, 85, 44, 139, 0, 139, 0, 136, 1, 2, 96, 122, 0, 0, 134, 2, 1, 2.
0, 6, 5, 0, 5, 0, 2, 3, 7, 0, 5,
1.
3, 0, 8, 35, 0, 39, 0, 0, 45.
Check.
35, 64, 0, 93, 0, 91, 0, 60, 28, 0, 90, 0, 91, 0, 89, 0, 92, 0, 91, 0, 61, 48, 41, 0, 0, 2, 86, 0, 89, 0.
Oh, you knew the name?
80, 0, 81, 0, 88, 0, 81, 0, 34, 34, 0, 76, 0, 76, 0, 71, 0, 4, 48,
6, 0, 0,
1,
5, 9, 2,
0,
4,
7,
5,
0,
0,
5, 3.
57, 0, 5, 9, 0, 5, 9, 0, 5, 9, 0, 6, 6, 0. 4 write-ins, 5, 6, 5, 7, 0. 11, 3, 0, 45, 1.
42, 49, 3, 0, 91, 0, 89, 0, 55, 27, 1, 86, 0, 88, 88, 0, 89, 0, 88, 0, 88. Now I'm looking at each of them. See each one anyway better. And then it looks like there is an 86. It should be Bob Crossley. Yeah, 86. Bob's 86 and a 0. Half bad. Thanks. 69, 55, 31, 0, 0, 3, 86, 0, 85, 0, 6, 19, 0, 22, 1, 23, 1,
236, 603, 98,
6, 0, 19, 0, 20, 18, 0, 0, 11, 18, 0, 0, 18, 0, 0,
375991.
Oh, like an ink kind of, I'm missing some of those. No, only with help. It's like 88, 0, 88, 8. Oh. It's like, oh.
I didn't have my reader on today, but you know why.
Thank God, yeah. That's,
So you just take my.
I'm trying to find the, no, she has them on. It's like me that's kind of, she's correcting me as I go. Okay, 68, of course we have to start with two in favor. 68, yeah. 104, 4, 0, 171, 1, 169, 1, 91, 46, 169, 0, 167, 0, 165, 0, 169, 165, 2, 113, 83, 81, 0, 0, 11, 160, 159,
Rita got enough of everybody's
15,
side.
84, 0, 81, 89, 2, 84, 0, 35, 42, 0,
61,
77, 0, 80, 0, 71, 1, 3, 45, 73, 1, 0, 75, 0, 4,
17771, 175, 1811, 181, 94, 75, 1.
Are we close? Oh, okay, I was gonna say, we go faster every time we can. I get somebody that can read the numbers and then we'll go faster. 74, 129, 4, 0, 185, 0, 85, 122, 41, 0, 177, 182, 0, 172, 0, 181, 0, 191, 146, 91, 75, 0, 0, 6, 172, 172, 0, 1982, 103, 3 separate, 106, 0, 95, 2, 56, 32, 0, 92, 89, 2, 86, 2, 4,
48?
7, 0, 0,
4833?
6, 6.
Yes.
Okay. I heard 40, but I could
I
be
probably
wrong.
did.
Sorry.
Sometimes I go to church though.
Word 5, yeah.
Sure. 870, 890,
Oh, I don't like these heavy ones. When you start out. I know, sometimes it's doubled or something too, I know, it's okay. That'll be 6 and 8. 108, 154, 7, 0, 257, 0, 256, 142, 79, 0, 245, 0, 246, 0, 239, 0, 246, 1, 255, 177, 119, 133, 0, 7, 238, 0, 241, 0, 37, 205, 1, 231, 1, 238, 218, 1, 92, 103, 0, 199, 0,
What's the record?
202, 0, 198, 7,
We're gonna get done as fast as we can.
1, 0,
711, 1048, 50.
Sorry.
Prorated?
Okay, I'm sorry, I was adding.
Oh,
I didn't hear that. I was gonna say, nobody heard that.
2.
76,
1699,
5, 0, 178, 0,
1117,
174, 0, 121, 35, 0, 176, 0, 177,
1723.
1660, 175, 0, 159,
1662,
116,
1738,
161, 167,
790.
I don't think we can do that.
183, 1, 189,
Two writing.
1,
4370, 339,
0, 179, 1,
Right in.
178, 1,
439,
79, 98, 1, 172,
3601,
2,
1272,
172,
894,
10,
823,
Well, there is at least only cheating, but there's a way to be faster.
9
Because if you read them,
Right.
they tell you that it agrees with them.
1650.
No, we're I know I meant that sometimes, like, wait, is your blind or something? And you go like, no, I meant like, when I can't see, you're handicapped, so that's what I meant. If we wanted to go faster, it would be the person reading the book, and that's when he then kind of goes, yeah. Sometimes that's probably not as accurate, so that's
704,
8,
3,
18, 1, 0, 24, 0, 25, 0,
13,
6,
0,
0,
22,
25, 0.
Dr. Chivago.
5,
24, 0, 24, 0, 23, 0, 21, 14, 12, 0, 0, 1, 23, 0,
26, 43, 0, 6, 88, 187,
38, 31, 0,
487, 651,
69, 0,
right.
16, 64, 0,
702,
49,
1.
66,
41 right in.
71, 0, 2.
Oh, they got baseball. That's a party. Party.
I was gonna say, you had a meeting when?
Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, I was gonna say, you did.
Nope, that's fine.
I'm good. Later, okay. Take your turn. They're gonna- You got a pen?
And it doesn't matter where I sign?
No, the only one is really right here.
Singing the blues.
I will, well, let's see if I've got one. As long as she doesn't walk off with mine. I always sit next to Mayor Greener. He asks to sit by me, and he'll ask me to borrow a pen, and I always think that's purpose, because he never returns them. And I do too. Yeah, me too. Nobody can read any of our signatures anyway, so it's like, no.
I lost my signature years ago.
Mr. Chair, there were two provisional ballots that were rejected and not counted.
Thank you.
Oh, you got plenty more.
Oh.
So, okay, hang on, yeah.
Okay.
I hate to say it, but yeah, that was like even very bad tidings. But I know it, I just thought, oh, wouldn't that be nice, but it's like, I know better.
Well, Dan's got a signature on it, takes him
What?
seconds.
Yep. Slide it through.
I was gonna say, I don't think anybody's is taking too long by the looks of them.
Good point. I don't know. I've
You'd
seen
hate
it.
to, good thing, I was gonna say, only once in a while you get to read it.
At least you can put your name in.
I try to do that sometimes.
Mine is not even, yeah.
Or
No, that's only for a while, then I start blending the two.
We just had a sign all of our forms this morning, so I
Ran out of ink.
You did, I know.
That's no surprise.
You got another pen?
Yep. Thank you.
Do you want to start? Might as well.
That's right. I was gonna start writing the minutes.
Oh, either one, I don't care. You can do them after.
Well, are they?
You just
You
recycle
better
it.
check.
Just keep pushing them through.
Oh, there. Like an assembly line. That's just kind of the way we do it. That's why the other two, you notice, are on Zoom, but not present signing. No.
Also known as James Ferry.
If you do ever have to do that. Me? Oh, I was gonna say if you do, but nobody brought him to my house. Oh, okay. But you had to do it. Oh, because I was gonna say if you do, there might be other things other people might want to sign, that need signed.
Oh, yeah?
No, because I didn't bring,
Oh, that's right, that's right.
normally I see her on Fairbank at this point.
Oh.
Fairbank.
Is she, see that what she's doing now?
She enjoys it.
Karen's gonna run for supervisor one of these days. No, it's in your blood. Maybe something else then. That's what I do. I tell people never say never. Wait.
Does a nice job.
Oh, I see the end, James, I see the end.
How many do we sign? I forget every time. How many do we sign? I said I forget. You probably tell us every time.
Yeah, I think that's probably different every time. So a bunch, so.
It's just better to not tell us the number.
A lot. It's all the abstracts, because we have to send one copy to the state and then we keep our copy.
This one, I signed down here when I was supposed to sign on the next one.
Oh, he gets to sign twice.
It's double signed.
She said she did, but I'm not sure I'm keeping them in order. Yeah, she said that. You are, I think. I'm not sure when I'm throwing up here and then she just, yeah.
It's the ones where it goes into the second.
With that, because I saw Grant was on the second page.
Okay.
Other than this, we have a short agenda today.
Yeah, I don't think all of them are totally signed.
You don't care what my wife says.
So I was kind of surprised. So do you think you have to go get signatures, Karen?
Oh, no. We just need to have at least 3.
Okay.
And it was for a special election, we just had it.
Oh, okay. We're there, are we nearing it?
Yeah, that's it. Oh. Yeah, not too bad.
When it's over. Yeah. Don't have to. Yeah, I know. That's usually, like you said, everybody kind of wants to stay off center as much as possible.
Oh, thanks. We're not changing that name tag. No. Yeah. I'm just here as a fill-in. Michael will be back.
He left on campus.
You can take a motion to certify if you like.
We did do a motion in a
Yeah,
second.
very.
so-
We gotta do it again.
Well, do that or tell me who it was the first time.
All right, well, we'll do it again. This resolution is to certify the outcome of the votes cast in the primary election held Tuesday, June 7th, 2022, in accordance with the Iowa Code 43-49.
So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Please answer your name is called.
Leyland,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
White.
Yes, resolution adopted. Any reports or information from the board?
I've got one thing, Greg.
Go ahead.
A couple of weeks ago, we had a gentleman from Washburn on some problems out there.
Yep.
half of it's been taken care of. We're still working on it. Yesterday, we had another gentleman come to the boardroom with some concerns out again in his backyard. I got pictures of it, and Carol's working on it. Unfortunately, code enforcement's really work well, but their priority is Waterloo and the county is second. I think I'd like to present to the board maybe to think about sending a newsletter out about the tall grass, the garbage, and so forth. In the past, we've done it through the waterworks. I called them last week. The next mailing doesn't go out until the end of August, so that wouldn't work. We'd have to put something together in the boardroom. And the money spent would come out of the Washburn account. Kathy's done it many times in a rural area, sending out mailings for different things. I just think it's getting worse out there, and we're going to have to try to stay ahead of the game. The one yesterday was a pile of furniture, probably 6-7 feet tall. And when they burn that stuff, it's got the toxic materials in it with the cushions and stuff. So I know we don't have ordinances for grass and some things like that, but I still think maybe we can just send a reminder out there they need to do this and that. So board can think about that, and if they agree with it, we can have Kayla put something together, get a cost, and then bring it back to the board.
Thank you, Tom. I'd just like to report that today is Flag Day, and anyone that's flying a flag should go out and check it out, make sure it's not torn, tattered, or anything wrong with it, because that represents every veteran that served this country. With that, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved and second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.